BodyBags, where horror lies.
Welcome back to BodyBags. This is week number 364. This is going to be a random review week. And this week I picked Ava's Possessions. Now, Ava's Possessions is a 2015 film which runs approximately 89 minutes and is written and directed by Jordan Gayland. Now, he had done Alternate Egos, which I do believe I have, but I haven't watched, and a bunch of shorts. Now, this stars Louisa Krause as Ava. She was in Dark Waters, Skin, and The Super. Whitney Able is Jillian. She was in Dark, Monsters, and Mercy. And Deborah Rush as Joanna. Of course, she's probably the most well-known character. She was in The Box, The Visitor, and Bad Company. Now, this also has not necessarily cameos, but it also stars William Sadler. He doesn't have a huge part, but he's in the film. Carol Kane, who has a pretty small part, and Dan Fogler, which to me stole the show. Now, this has a movie playing in the background at about the 55-minute mark, and it is Alice, Sweet Alice, and I got a kick out of that. I'm not going to give you a synopsis. I'm just going to ask you guys a question. Have you ever wanted to know what happened after The Exorcist? I mean, we get, of course, Reagan kissing the priest and on the cheek or on the hand. It's been a while since I've seen it. Or one of the questions I always had was, what happened when they went back to school in the Breakfast Club? Were they all friends, or did they treat each other the same ways? This movie actually tells an after story. This is after the possession. And it's done in quite a comical way, which is a lot of fun. And it's something that you don't necessarily think of when you're watching possession films. Like, she's getting sued by multiple people, of course, for property damage because she was possessed, and assault because she was possessed. And it's kind of funny because Dan Fogler plays the attorney. And he, of course, is trying to get her out of it. So he offers her 3 choices. And the choice she ends up taking is going to an AA meeting for people who've been possessed. I kid you not. And I believe the meeting is called Spirit Possessors Anonymous. And it's crazy, the stuff they do here. A couple examples, of course, they tell their stories of how they were possessed and the stuff that they did and how it made them feel. They also do an exercise where the guy who leads them puts a necklace around their neck, and it lets the spirit which possessed them actually come back in temporarily to see if they can break the chain between them and the spirit. And what happens is, if they can rip the necklace off by themselves, then therapy has been a success. If they can't, if it needs to be taken off by the guy who runs the place, then they still have to stay in therapy. It's just a very goofy premise, but it's handled kind of straight, and it's funny. It's interesting, and it's just a really, really fun movie. Wasn't really sure what to expect. I knew this had to do with possessions, of course, because of the title, but I didn't know it was one of those after type films, which is a lot of fun. This one's definitely creative, and I definitely recommend it. It's acted really well. The jokes hit, in my opinion. There is a lot of darkness in this film that hits as well. And yeah, this is a really good way to spend an hour and a half. So definitely check this one out. And don't forget to check out everyone else who posts on BodyBags. And if you like what you see in here, hit that like button and subscribe. And until next time, peace.